Hi everyone, this is Anthony again, welcoming you to yet another video from Anthony's Hobby Corner. In today's video, I'm going to share with you the steps I went through to build a simple light-duty bridge designed for pedestrians and vehicles from my model train layout. Again, I'm using materials which are extremely cost-effective and very easy to obtain. I by no means am an expert in any capacity, but if my simple approach inspires some similar ideas to address your own needs for your layout, then I believe I have achieved my objective. So stay tuned as I take you through the high-level steps to build this custom bridge from commonly available materials for my layout. Unfortunately, when I shot the video, I had already built the platform and also built the railings as well. But I'm going to be walking you through the details as to how I did all that in the video. So stay tuned in a few seconds. But before I go there, I also want to share with you some of the steps I went through to build the railings. I've got some still pictures I can share with you here. Here's a picture of the railing that basically I built, and it's built with some nickel silver rails that I've taken out from some track and cut them into verticals, which we'll talk about details in the video. But here's a still of some of the joints that I created with solder. And also I used some ribbon that I'll talk about in detail as well to create the mesh effect, the steel mesh effect on the sides of the bridge, as well as you know, some pictures of the assembled railings on both sides. All right, so over to the video. Okay, so here is a quick little video on a custom bridge that I'm building. I'm putting together for my HO model train layout, and I will be showing you the fully assembled bridge once it's back on the layout, perhaps in another video. But I felt perhaps there's value in sharing with you the steps I took to build this bridge, and the materials I've used to for this bridge. Obviously very cost effective. So what you're seeing here really is a base platform that I've built, and I'll take you through the details on what I've done to build that base platform. And also I made railings so it'll go on both ends of both sides of the bridge. And so for the base platform, very straightforward, I've used stir sticks, typical coffee stir sticks. As you can see, it's from this pack over here, Cafe Express wooden coffee stir sticks. I took them and cut them up into pieces equal lengths and put them horizontally. And I also, as you can see, I'll flip it over backwards. As you can see the bottom here, I've got some stir sticks put on lengthwise as well to give it some strength. And I also have two wooden dowels that I've got on both ends to act as load-bearing beams or girders for the platform. As you can see, the bridge is slightly curved, and that was done intentionally to meet the specific requirements on the layout. And I'll share that with you later on. I basically just bent the dowels and held them in place, and they kind of stayed the way I wanted them to stay. Okay, so that's the platform, and what I also did was after I glued them together piece by piece, and I cut each of them the same length, I sanded the edges down after to get that smooth edge on both ends. But as you can still see the wooden marks, which makes it look like planks that are going across the platform on top. And that was the desired effect I was looking to get from this platform. After I put the platform together, I stained it with some stain that I had at home. Didn't go and purchase anything special for it. And so there you are, stained platform. And what I did for the dowels, here are the dowels I used, just regular wooden dowels from a craft store or a dollar store. They'll do the job there for you. And again, I was looking to model a fairly light duty bridge that would take pedestrian as well as automotive traffic. And so that's the platform. Now for the railings. For the railings, I basically used regular HO rails that I had some spare rails from some old track. So I cut that up and made the rails, the horizontal and the vertical rails, as you can see here, that I cut them up and soldered them, or with lead solder onto the main rail. As you can see here, I'll try to get you a close up on the soldering that I did here. And so that's just rails being cut up and soldered in equal lengths. And what you're seeing for the as a metal lattice work here, what I've done is I've actually used again some cost-effective ribbon from a dollar mart, as you can see. Just regular ribbon that I've found had an interesting pattern that could be simulated to look like a heavy gauge metal lattice. So I put some of that, I spray painted it black, and I cut the ends off. So I just cut the centers of the centers of this ribbon that would work as the lattice for the railings. So those are the materials that I used, and I just used some CA glue, regular CA glue. That would be something like this. That basically binds on contact pretty much to any material. So there's your two railings, and because I do have a curved bridge, I am going to hold the railings together with clamps and then glue them on so that they will then adapt the shape of the bridge and the curvature that's on the bridge right now. Okay, so here's a quick video on the continuum of that light-duty bridge. As you can see, I've got the railings attached to the base platform with some clamps. I've already glued these ends already, and so therefore they are freestanding. I've used a little bit of Gorilla Glue as well, plus the cyanoacrylate glue to help hold it in place. Kind of holding the centers right now, as well as the edge on that side, just to make sure it adapts to the curvature of the platform. I'm going to let that sit maybe next few more hours, and then I'll remove the clamps and then put some additional glue just surrounding the verticals to give them a little bit more strength for continued adhesion herein. Okay, and so thereafter I will show you the finished product. Okay, so here is the finished bridge. I think it turned out fairly okay. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. So as you can see, I've put some additional glue on the ends here of each beam, vertical beam, to give it some additional strength. And the railings are adhering well to the curvature of the bridge. So that's working out well. Yeah, it's fairly strong as well and sturdy, so I do like it. It's got a interesting look to it as well. So there you go. Now, what I'm going to be doing here next is I think all we have left here is to obviously place this bridge on the layout. But as I said, I will be, once I place the bridge on the layout, I will be finishing up these ends by adding some beams that go right to the floor. But I can only do that once I'll do that on both ends, but I can only do that once I place it on the layout and complete the installation. All right, so there it is, and there's the railings. It's got a matte black look to it on the railings. All right, so let's place it right now on the layout. Okay, a little tricky. Oh wow, it fits really well in there. Wow, I think that looks pretty sharp. Goes well with the general theme in that area. And now you can see why I was having the railings black as well, because it suits the street lights as well within this area. So as you can see, the street lights have not been secured yet. I've just put holes and drilled them in and just placed them so that I have a visual of how it would look with the bridge there. And I think the two lights on both sides of the bridge looks pretty sharp and or perhaps aesthetically pleasing. So I'll take you around here. As you can see, there's the curvature that I needed to match up with the center mountain. And it does match the black railing that I also have for the back of the station. And I do have another video that I put that shows how to make that railing. And so you can search for that in my channel as well. So there is the bridge on the layout. I think it looks pretty sharp. Leave your thoughts and in the comments section. I'd love to read them, and if you have any questions, by all means, let me know, and I'll definitely respond back to you. And I'll give you a quick tour of this layout that's currently in progress, and it's got a lot more work to be done here. There you go. It's a fairly simple layout. The area under the bag or the cellophane there is a waterfall that I'm working on. I'll share that with you soon on another video. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video on how to build this little simple bridge. If you have any questions, by all means, send them to me. And hope it was helpful for you. Thank you.